formula for every bedroom metal producer is get good drums MIDI programmed to the grid with a mouse, any free bass sim VST MIDI program to the grid with a mouse, a neural DSP amp sim, a $4,000 headless multi-scale 8-string guitar purchase on credit with a tax return used for the down payment, and no vocals.
Ain't modern metal amazing? Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're gonna have an amazing Friday. It's time once again for SMT Viewers Comments. We're in episode number 330. This show is about you guys, not me, so let's get to the questions, shall we?
I only wish I had figured out that the cabinet, speakers, and mic positions had the biggest impact by far on the final sound. I wouldn't have wasted so much time assessing about stuff that really doesn't matter all that much.
Somebody actually made a comment today in the comments, and I didn't quite get a screenshot of it. I apologize, but he said, yeah, we should really talk about the transducers, the things that change the sound from one thing to another. That is what imparts the biggest change in the sound. A vibrating string to electrical signal, your pickup, that creates a signature on the sound. A speaker into acoustic energy, that's going to have a gigantic sound. And then a microphone converting it back into electronic signal, that's also going to have an impact on your sound. That's why the art of miking guitar amps matters oh so much, and the vacuum tubes used not really very much at all. I know we've all been led down a path to believe that tubes might have a massive impact on your sound, but turns out when you actually eliminate all the variables and just test the tubes, it really doesn't make that big of a difference, if any, in your sound, other than maybe making your amp a little bit louder or a little bit quieter. I know that test pissed a lot of people off, but it is what it is. I'd rather see you guys spend your money on something more exciting that's actually going to have a great, big, profound impact on your tone, like new speakers. Now, another cool thing was we did that Tonewood shootout a couple weeks ago where we had Pierre Charbonneau to build two guitars exactly the same, just out of different wood, and the tone difference was about that big. And big surprise there. Here's what we are doing. I'm having my very good friend Steve, the guy who helped me build this studio here, I'm having him build me two custom guitar cabinets, one out of plywood, the other out of MDF, and we're going to do a Tonewood test there to see if the density of your speaker cabinet is going to make any kind of difference whatsoever. We're going to use the same speakers, transfer them from one cabinet to the other just to see what's going on. That project is well underway and should be super cool once it's done. I don't even know the answer to this. I don't know, maybe MDF cabs are going to sound really fucking cool. I couldn't tell you at this point. Maybe, maybe not. All I know is that MDF is a whole lot heavier than plywood, so we should, in theory, get a very different sound. I could be completely wrong. I say we put it to the test. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all that stuff. Even get this video a fucking like, a thumbs up, whatever. Just let the algorithm know that you are there. And if you want to get notified about that video, just make sure you're subscribed. I look forward to your comments on that one.
Trying to compare actual tone while using a wall of distortion and power chords. Too funny.
Oh, the old no true Scotsman logical fallacy. Please explain to me what is this actual tone as opposed to the fake tone I'm getting in a metal production. I didn't realize I was just making fake tone. I'm so sorry about that. Here I've been trying to conjure up all these amazing metal tones and make things sound heavy as fuck, but I didn't realize I was faking it the whole time. Alex, I really look forward to seeing your demo showing us what actual tone is. In fact, I'm sure everybody watching the show wants to see the same as well. Please be sure to drop by the channel, leave a comment, and let us all know when your test comes out. We're all eagerly anticipating it. I'm sure it's going to happen real soon.
RE debt. Companies have a plan to use that debt to earn more money. A solid plan backed by research and results. If you're going into debt to earn a living at music in this market, you really need a harsh dose of reality. Until proven otherwise by a lot of money flowing your way, consider music your hobby, not your career.
That is some sound advice. Actually, I'm going to follow that statement up with a whole guide on how to avoid going into unnecessary debt. But I think that was some very wise words. If you're going into debt to finance your hobby, that might not be the smartest plan of action. Unless you're actually generating some real income with your music career, I don't think debt's probably the smart way to do things and can probably lead you down a very destructive path in the long run. Be smart with your money. Don't throw it away on shit you don't need. Remember, wants versus needs. Ask yourself this when you go to look at a new guitar or something like that. Do I want this or do I need it? Or better yet, if you've got a collection of guitars and you're looking at a new one and you're like, okay, should I sell one of my old ones to get the new one? What do I really need here?
I had an experience where I bought a plugin on eBay, but it was in a legal way since the vendor sold me the license and transferred it into my iLock account. I like that. However, I tried to buy the Archetype Gojira because Google prompted that someone was selling it on eBay, and I said I should give it a try. Holy fuckface sold me the cracked version of the Gojira. I was so pissed because he sent me the link to download it and it was a MediaFire one. Big red flag, and for $50. Who the fuck sells a cracked version when you can find it for free anywhere else? Had to report it with eBay and that it was piracy and it goes against their terms and conditions, so they made the fucker refund my money back, so they did, and the fucker still had the guts to message me, it's not a crack, it's RAM powered. Fucking dumbass. That's why I'll wait to save money and buy the original plugin instead.
Dude, I'm so sorry you had some fuck knuckle waste your time with that bullshit. Sadly, we live in the world where some people just aren't content enough to just steal software, but they need to turn it around and try and sell it to the unsuspecting as well for their own profit. It takes a special kind of scumbag to do something like that. That just fucking sucks. Anyway, dude, I'm so glad you reported that motherfucker. Good for you. Hopefully he's not allowed to sell his shit on eBay anymore. Hopefully people are going to wise up a little bit. I mean, when in doubt, yeah, buy from the original source, obviously. Keep your eyes peeled for sales. I know we've got a huge one coming up on Black Friday at Spectre Digital, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. But I think Neural does have sales from time to time. I know Waves have sales going on all the time. Remember, kids, shop smart, shop S-Smart.
You got that?
Okay, guys, hey, just want to give you a heads up here. For all you guys who are wondering what the mixes were with that Lewitt drum battle thing we had last week. Okay, so mix A for the drums was mine, mix B was the Lewitt guys, and in the comments there, it definitely looked like you liked my drum mix a lot more than you liked theirs, and that's totally cool. As for the half-hour guitar challenge, mine was mix B, and I was cursing myself because I realized when I got home I fucked something up royally, and we definitely missed out on a lot of the sound I was going for. I learned something from that challenge, and we learn by failing forward. My fatal mistake there was I was using 3 mics for left and right, and I had my settings for the 3 mics, mic 1, mic 2, mic 3 on track 1, 2, and 3. And then when I went to do the other side, they were all for 1 mic, so I missed out on like basically 2/3 of the tone there. So that was my fault, and I learned something very, very important. Double check how your tracks are set up for recording when working with Reaper. I take the total blame for that one. I fucked up. Just like to say congratulations to the Lewitt guys for kicking my ass on the guitar tone in that challenge. Of course, if I had, extra time, I probably would have got it better. But then again, if they had extra time with the drums, they probably would have kicked my ass at that too. I think I got very lucky there. It was a great challenge, and it was an awful lot of fucking work, and it was very stressful. I'm just glad I got to do it. I got the chance to do it. It was fucking awesome. That being said, now for everybody who watched that challenge or would just like to get their hands on something amazing, I wrote this down here so I wouldn't fuck this up. We're giving away a 640 TS mic from Lewitt. It is a programmable multi-pattern, meaning it's a multi-pattern mic with a piece of software where you can reprogram the polar patterns after you've made the recording. It's absolutely fucking wicked. I demoed one last year on guitars, and it is just simply stellar. We're giving one away free in the Rafflecopter link below. You can check that out. Sign up, and we're going to ship it anywhere in the world. So one of you lucky bastards out there is going to get your hands on a 640 TS from Lewitt. It's an amazing fucking microphone. It's definitely worth checking out. Anyway, follow the link in the description below. Now let's get to the Butthurt of the week.
That sped up high chipmunk voice is annoying.
That sped up high chipmunk voice is annoying. That sped up high chipmunk voice is annoying. That sped up high chipmunk voice is annoying.
I've been doing that sped up voice since 2014, mainly out of necessity because a lot of commenters are very long-winded, and it's just like, can we just speed this shit up? If you found it annoying, good. That's exactly what I was going for.
Glenn's the worst thing to come up on YouTube. Somehow the algorithm always thinks I want to be screamed at after listening to a chill podcast with the YouTube window minimized.
Robert, really, I'm the worst thing on YouTube. Clearly you forgot about Rebecca Black. Or Zlad. There's plenty out there far worse than me on YouTube, but then again, thanks so much for writing in, and I'm so happy that I could ruin your day.
That guitar in the background with the misaligned frets is stupid!
Oh, you mean this incredible 29 fret multi-scale Ormsby guitar with the glued in set-in neck that plays like butter? Yeah, this guitar's absolutely freaking amazing. The only thing stupid about this whole situation is your comment. Once again, I say, I unboxed this a few months ago, And I'm kind of overdue for a full review, but this is an absolutely phenomenal guitar, and you can see it in action on the Toll mic demo I did just a couple days ago.
Here's my butthurt comment of the week. Mid-roll as interrupting a demo make me want to punch myself in the face.
Hey, Tej, better wind up!
This might be a stupid question, but have we reviewed the Tonewood argument for your standard drum kit? Seems triggers would negate a lot of that just as active pickups and post-processing does.
I don't think it would negate a lot of it. I think it would completely obliterate the sound of the drummer because once you start replacing the sound of your drummer with a sample, you're not even hearing the drummer, you're hearing somebody else hitting another drum in another studio somewhere. So I wouldn't really call it, negating a little bit of it. It's more like musical plagiarism more than anything. Now, I'm not debating that different acoustic instruments made from different wood will have different acoustic properties. I think that's pretty much a given. We're talking solid body electric guitars, that's a different story. And no, we didn't use active pickups. We used passive DiMarzios for that test because I knew there would be some guy going, oh, you're using active pickups, that just changes the tone. Well, no. We didn't do that. We used DiMarzios and we still didn't hear much of a change, if any. Once again, though, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen when we change out the wood types in guitar cabinets because there's a lot more physical energy going on. You've got hundreds of watts pumping through speakers that are moving air and making the cabinets vibrate. So I'm suspecting we're going to hear a pretty heavy duty difference in tone. Again, I could be completely fucking wrong. I can't wait to get my hands on these cabinets and put them through their paces.
Rips on everyone for using a vintage 30 and a 57, finds out that your dream guitar tone is just a vintage 30 and a 57.
Oh, you're talking about my Lasso Lambert interview. Yeah, that was great, actually. I plugged into that cab, started jamming away. I'm like, oh, fuck, there's the sound. The thing about that video is it's a very early 2000s vintage 30, and something changed between, say, 2000 and 2004, and you can't get that sound anymore. And most people are using the Chinese-made vintage 30s these days that don't sound as good, and everybody just goes with it because it says vintage 30 on it, even though it doesn't have that one particular sound. That sounds fucking amazing. Now what we're getting is basically homogenized metal that's okay, but not great. And along the way, I've come to realize, you know what? I don't need to do this 57 vintage 30 sound better because a lot of people do that fucking great. I don't want to be another clone. I'd rather be a better me. So that's why I'm going in a different direction with the EVHs blended with the hempbacks because that's something new. That's something really unique and sounds simply amazing. And I think Celestion's got a total winner on their hands when it comes to the hempback, but it's not the greatest by itself. Blend it with an EVH speaker though, and wow, does that ever sound fucking amazing. Once again, that was my 57 and Toll mic combo. If you haven't checked out that video, please do, because I'm really happy with the results I'm getting there. And yeah, that's a great way to stand apart from the crowd, is try something new.
Glenn, I assume you've seen the new GGD Studio Cabs Cali edition. We would love to see you do a review or know your opinion on plugins like this.
I'm definitely interested in checking it out at some point. I mean, it's done by Adam Nolly Get Good. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely fucking stellar. The guy definitely has done his homework on the classic vintage 30s that nobody can get anymore. So if you're after that sound, yeah, go check it out. Or I don't know if he's got a demo or anything for that, but it's something I would definitely like to check out on the show at some point. Hey, Nolly, if you're watching this, kid, send me a copy. Let me check it out. That being said, if you want to stand a little bit further apart from the crowd, don't be afraid to try something new.
I've been viewing your channel for a couple of months now. I've been wanting to do video and audio recording of my playing for a while now, but I've come to realize while viewing your channel that I would most likely totally fuck it up. What can you recommend for someone who is not likely to make any loot of this, but would like to not look or sound like total shit making recordings for friends in future band auditions? I'm not stupid, just confused.
What I would suggest is to just start doing it and do it a lot. That's how you're going to get better. You have to do it and you have to refine. People are their own worst enemies when it comes to doing creative things. They throw up all these fucking mental roadblocks so they can't accomplish anything. I didn't know if my videos were going to be any good when I started out either. I mean, like, I just started doing it and then refined my process and got a lot better. I mean, like, I remember when I did How to Get Your Band Ready for the Studio back in, say, 2014, I think I spent 5-6 days on that, trying to get it right, writing the script. I mean, like, I didn't even have a teleprompter at the time. It was just, it was on a laptop off to the side. So I'd read a little bit, talking to the camera, read a little bit, and then you just get better at it the more you do it. So my suggestion would be start doing it and don't give up. Don't worry about looking bad because we're all awful when we first start. The trick is to just ignore all the hate comments you're going to get and keep doing it.
Glenn, 100% hip-hop guy, although I used to play guitar in a shitty punk band growing up. Out of sheer curiosity, has there ever been a song or album in hip-hop that truly caught your attention despite you, in your own words, not knowing shit about rap? How often do you record rappers, and do you ever enjoy it?
Wow, cool question. Hip-hop is definitely not my thing. I think I did an hip-hop record early on in my career, like early 2000s, something like that. And wow, those guys were fucking clueless. That I had to work my ass off on just to get it out the fucking door, because the guys who were rappers, I thought bass players were bad. Rappers are just a whole nother level. Fuck. I mean, I helped out on a couple things there. When I was down in LA, there was a major hip hop artist and the engineer left his project on the studio computer. So I had to learn Fruity Loops and then get that exported and set that over to him and kind of save the day and whatnot. And that's cool. I'm not going to name the artist or whatnot, but it was cool. I didn't mind helping out. But again, it's not my fucking thing. I'd rather leave hip hop to the hip hop guys. They know what they're looking for.
I didn't get what you mean by saying it doesn't have inserts. Doesn't it have instrument inputs and mic inputs, though? What is the meaning of inserts here?
Okay, when we talk about inserts, we're not talking about, the mic hookup or any of that shit or instrument inputs. Insert means an insert point between the mic preamp and the converter. Okay, and that would be where you'd want to insert, say, a EQ or a compressor or something like that, so you can process the signal a little bit before it gets converted to digital. Now, something with channel inserts on it for every channel would be the Audient ASP 800, like the one I gave away to my friend Chris there a couple weeks back on the show. He can insert all kinds of compressors, EQs, what have you, right after his mic preamp and get some really cool action going on. I wish the Neve had channel inserts on it, but sadly it does not, but somehow I'm making do. Oh no, whatever will I do without channel inserts? It's a nice feature to have, but it's certainly not the end of the universe.
If you're trying to not be a nice Canadian, then quit giving away free shit to fans and putting out awesome content.
Yeah, sorry about that, Chief.
Hey Glenn, I've recently got sucked into your channel and I love it. I can just let the videos keep playing and don't even want to skip them. Anyway, I want to know if you could do a video or had an opinion on plugins versus physical gear. Does it make sense to spend thousands building racks of gear when you can get essentially the same thing in software for far less? Is there enough of a difference to justify the money it takes? Thank you, Glenn, and thank you for all your videos.
Well, you're very welcome. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. When it comes to software versus physical gear does tend to round things off in a certain way that digital can't quite do. And the cool thing is you don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to get some really killer equipment. I mean, some of my favorite ways to treat kick and snare right now are with the Trident 80B EQ and a Drummer DL241. And you're basically, you're combining, say, the EQ of a Trident with a compressor very similar to what you'd find on an SSL channel strip on one of the big boards. And you can get those DL241s for dirt fucking cheap these days. There's all kinds of really cool, inexpensive outboard gear like the Art Pro VLA, the FMR really nice compressor, that kind of stuff. You don't have to drop a lot of stuff to try that out. It's just no problem at all. Then again, Waves just did a new version of their SSL channel strip. I'm very curious to check that one out. Might be pretty fucking cool. You can get some fantastic stuff with software. You can get some fantastic results with a lot of free plugins too. You just got to know where to look. That reminds me, I should probably do another free plugins episode for 2022. What do you guys say? Is that something you'd want to see? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear from you.
I hate the Mac versus PC thing. They are different tools for different jobs.
No, they're not, Alex. They're the same fucking thing. They're just different operating systems. They're both fucking computers. You can record music on them. You can fucking edit video on them. You can even play video games on them. No, wait, that's not true. You can't play very many good games on the Mac now, can you? All right, everybody, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to get on the rafflecopter for the Lewitt 640 TS programmable multi-pattern microphone. It's absolutely stellar, and somebody out there is going to be lucky enough to win it. Once again, that contest is open worldwide, so sign up. Links in the description below. And don't forget, I'm going to be coming at you every single day for the rest of the month because I'm doing 30 videos in 30 days because I thought for some reason that would be a good idea. Somehow, I haven't lost my mind. Stay tuned. Maybe it'll happen still. Ugh, itchy fucking nose. God damn it. Ugh, don't put that in.